Hello everyone, welcome to Arka Astro Science. So today in this content I will be talking about the Saturn's grand entry into the sign of Pisces. On 29th of March 2025, Saturn is entering into the sign of Pisces. Late hours of 29th of March as far as the Indian Standard Time is concerned. So in this content I will be talking about the result of this transit for all the 12 ascendant signs. So it is my request, check it from your ascendant sign first and then you can check it from your moon sign also, in order to understand that how it is going to impact you at the emotional and mental level. This transit of Saturn will actually create that 6 planetary conjunction which is going to happen on 29th of March. We also have the solar eclipse. So basically it's a very dramatic transit, very significant, and very rarely it happens that any such planet which normally moves very slowly like Saturn or Jupiter or even Rahu or Ketu, that it makes a entry and on that day itself such a big conjunction is happening. It's a very rare event in that manner. Now whichever house Pisces zodiac sign lies in your horoscope, that house will get impacted, particularly for the initial 2 months when this transition will happen and the conjunction between Rahu and Saturn is going to take place. So it is going to make some different kind of results and transit impact within us, particularly with respect to the significance of that house or the environment where you are living in. You will see many things are changing dramatically. But when it comes to particularly related to the sign of Pisces and Saturn, the transit of Saturn normally happens for 2.5 years in a particular zodiac sign. So it is going to be a very long transit, and the impact slowly and gradually you will see that it is growing on itself. It is not like that all of a sudden something happens and it keeps on changing. No, that is not the methodology of working for Saturn. Saturn takes time. Saturn works very deeply. It will never give you results superficially. So that is the reason it will bring out the changes from within with respect to that house. And that is also one of the reasons that why I always say that Saturn, being the karma karak graha and karma phal data, it will activate that house. And this has nothing to do with the double transit of Saturn and Jupiter. No. Particularly I am talking about the karma karak graha Shani. The karma, the actions related to that house, the significance related to that house will get activated. Now suppose the sign of Pisces, wheresoever it lies in your horoscope, that house, if that house has benefic influences, suppose benefic planets are posited, benefic planets are aspecting it, or that lord of the house is also influenced by benefic planets, in that case karma related to that house, good karmas related to that house will get activated. Saturn will give good results related to that. But suppose that house or the lord of that house is associated with malefic planets, influenced by malefic planets, in that case opposite results or difficult results might be seen with respect to the transit of Saturn, because Saturn will activate the house, it will activate the karma related to that house. And it is not like that you are going to result all of a sudden. It takes time, it will take time. That is how by the time we actually understand that something is happening, it is quite late. That's how Saturn works. So you have to check the horoscope not only with respect to the transit, check it with respect to the promises of the horoscope. Check it with respect to the D9 chart, because you will see that during this particular transit Saturn will be in the Cancer Navamsa in the D9 chart. It will cross the Cancer Navamsa, it will enter the Leo Navamsa. Then a time will come when during the transit through the Virgo Navamsa it will turn retrograde. It will again come back. So in that Navamsa also you have to check the transit, so as to understand that how it is going to give you results, because sometimes we only check the house placement and we sometimes check the transit results and we are not happy with it because we feel something more is happening. Why? Check it. Now Even though if you feel the transit of the Saturn is happening in some unfavorable houses, but suppose if your dasa running is good, you are running through a dasa of a strong planet, exalted planet, or a planet which is favorable to your chart. In that case, even though Saturn transit is happening in some unfavorable houses, you will not feel the bad results, you will not feel the difficult results to its great extent. You will feel okay, something is happening, but I can adjust to it. But if the dasa is not favorable, in that case, transit of Saturn sometimes might create problems, particularly if it is not happening in a favorable house. If Saturn is transiting through your 3rd house, 6th house, or 11th house, in that regard, Saturn normally gives exceptionally good results. But if Saturn is transiting in your 4th house, 8th house, or 12th house, these are the houses where Saturn's transit is normally not considered good. In the other houses, it will depend upon the significance of the houses and the significance carried by Saturn and the lordship of Saturn happening to be in your horoscope. I will discuss all of it. If you like this content, please hit the like button, share it to your near and dear ones. And if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon so that every time I make a new content, you get notified instantly. And if you want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section. You can mail me through my email ID, or you can get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. So as I have said before, you will check it from your ascendant sign first, and if you want, you can check it from your moon sign also to get more clarity with regards to your horoscope, because it may also happen that in your chart, wheresoever moon lies, there can be other planets also, there can be other influences on moon. So more planets might get activated, more houses might get activated. And this is not with respect to the influences going to happen in the next 2 months. I'm talking about the whole of this transit, because Saturn will stay into the sign of Pisces until 3rd of June 2027. Then Saturn will go into the sign of Aries, get debilitated. Again, Saturn will turn retrograde, come back again into the sign of Pisces. So it's a very long process. So at this time, Saturn will enter the sign of Pisces, stay here till 3rd of June 2027, enter the sign of Aries, then again it will turn retrograde and again it will push back itself into the sign of Pisces later on. And it will continue, that will continue until 2028. I will discuss this particular thing with respect to ephemeris and mathematical astrology, and then I will make the prediction out of it in my next content, because I will discuss the Sare Sati part also, because many people will think, oh, 2.5 years, so 2.5 years has gone, so Sare Sati has ended. So it does not work like that every time. Okay. Theoretically it works like that, but if you check the ephemeris, so I will discuss that in a separate content, because that will be completely out of context with respect to what I am talking about here now. So let us start with all the 12 ascendant signs. Starting with the Aries ascendant people, Saturn is making the entry into your 12th house. It is the graha of karma. It is the graha which reflects the fulfillment of desires in your chart. Your actions, your work, your job, your business, your network circle, everything is associated with Saturn, and it is entering the house of loss, the 12th house. So any work which you are working, any project, anything you are working on and which was not completed, all of a sudden you will see that under compulsion or under compelling circumstances, the work might get completed which you might not like, which might not be in your favor. There can be a strong disinterest with respect to regularity of works. That can be with respect to your job, that can be with respect to your business. There will be indifferences or even disputes or conflicts between you and your near ones, particularly the family members, the close relations. There can be withdrawal between you and your close peoples. So if you are associated with any kind of financial transactions between you and your close peoples, there can be disputes, there can be conflicts. So with respect to monetary matters, you need to be more careful, because expenditures will lead to anxiety. And in general sense also, during this particular transit, you will see there can be, at the subconscious level, there will be anxiety, restlessness, mental unrest, and one of its symptoms is sleepless nights, lack of sleep, because so much thing going on at the mental level. The regularity of the work will get disturbed. Whatever work you do, you will feel that I am not getting cooperation from the people, even if I am trying my best to help them. Specifically the people in your network circle, at your work, with your colleagues, co-workers, your superiors, your authorities might not be always happy with your work. You will feel that unnecessarily they are getting, I am becoming the concern of displeasure from them. This is also a time you need to be very careful with respect to any government related matters, because you might be subjected to fines, penalties. If situations are very critical, it can be related to punishments. So in that regard, you need to be very careful. Particularly, you need to be very ethical, very righteous, and honest with respect to your actions. This is also a time you need to do some charitable work, donations, particular to the people who are unable to help themselves, unprivileged people, the people who really need your attention, your focus. Now those kind of people can be like working under you. Take care of them, help them. That will be a very good remedy during this transit. Personal relationships, particularly between you and your partner, there can be misunderstandings. Health of your father, because Saturn will be aspecting your 9th house. Take care regarding the health of your father during this particular time. If you are going through anything related to legal proceedings or anything related to law, there can be sudden difficulties during this transit of Saturn. It will be better to help yourself and not to be concerned about someone else cooperating you or helping you, because it may happen that you are not getting the cooperation from other people. So this is also a time to choose and filter the right people in your life, because it may happen that suddenly you might get isolated from the close circles, network circles. So this is also a time to introspect your day-to-day life activities or whatever work you are doing. Focus on your own strength. It will actually provide you the solitude to work on something new. Think about it. Spiritual works of life will improve day by day, month by month. Long distance travel with respect to learning spirituality and knowing new cultures is possible during this particular time. Health of elder brother may suffer during this transit, and there is also a possibility sorry, that your elder brother or elder sibling might go far away in some far away lands or foreign lands with respect to work. Okay, and suppose if you are associated with any kind of work related to export or import or multinational companies, or if you are associated with any kind of business which has some link with some foreign lands, you might get some good result with respect to that. Association with some foreign people is possible during this transit. Make sure that you maintain the finances properly, and on certain matters, on particularly with respect to family matters, there can be some disturbances. Okay, in those regards you need to be very careful. So that's it for the Aries ascendant people. For the Taurus ascendant people, Saturn is transiting in your 11th house. First of all, I will say this is a great relief for the Taurus ascendant people. First of all, it is coming out of your 10th house, so now it is going into your 11th house. So it is a relief with respect to your work, and it is also going to give you very good results because Saturn usually performs exceptionally well in 11th house. It will give you gains, fulfill your desires, bring stability in your life, proper good change and development with respect to your work. There will be honor, appreciation by your superiors, authorities, and even from government if you are associated with any kind of work related to government. Particularly the people who are associated with politics, they are going to get very good results during this transit. For the Taurus ascendant people, I am talking. If you are associated with any kind of work where you are dealing with masses, big group of people, by any chance, now that can be with respect to like suppose you are a leader or you are associated with politics, or suppose even if you are a teacher, or anyhow suppose you need to deal with masses, multiple people, you are going to get very good results. Your actions, your work will be acknowledged, recognized, your name, fame, repute will improve. So this is also a time of overall prosperity. I can also see acquisition of property, particularly the landed properties, immovable properties. So overall happiness. This will also improve the bonding between you and your close relations. Previously it was getting disturbed because when it was in the 10th house, now a big relief. You will see suddenly the things are changing for good. You will get help from people, particularly the people who are working with you or under you. If you are associated with any kind of work where you need to deal with multiple people, you will see the people who are your subordinates. They will give their best service in order to make your work proper, better. So you will be able to connect with them more nicely. Teamwork will excel. Any kind of work related to mining, machineries, hardware, iron and steel, oil refineries, printing press, brick kiln, or anywhere where you need to where labor department, particularly the masses I'm talking about, immovable properties, landed properties, agriculture. In those sectors, if you are associated anyhow, then you are going to get very good results out of it, and you are also going to get gains out of it, because here Saturn will bring stability at your work. Previously the hard work which you have done, and previously many things were happening, particularly when it was in your 10th house, too much disturbances, too much responsibilities. Now suddenly you will feel that okay, I am getting the benefits out of it, and it will grow constantly. So in that regards, this transit of Saturn for the Taurus ascendant people in the 11th house is going to give you very good results. For the Gemini ascendant people, the transit of Saturn is happening in the 10th house, the most important house of your horoscope, the 10th house. Karma Karak Graha Sani going into the house of karma. So lot of responsibilities and duties are going to come on your way. Even if you don't like the work you are in, you will see suddenly many responsibilities are coming and you have to follow it. So this is a time to take up the responsibilities and work on it. Even if you are feeling that this work is not made for me, try and do it. Be a specialist in your work, because if you are able to take the responsibility, it will improve your name and fame. Particularly if you are associated with any kind of work where you need to lead people, where you are the boss, where you are the executive, where you are someone who is guiding other people, the people who are looking up to you with respect to your decision making, and you are taking the responsibilities properly, you will see that you are gaining the trust, cooperation of other people. But somehow, if you are insecure, somehow you get frightened by the extra responsibilities and duties at your work, and you are unable to match the expectations with respect to your designation, your post, then you will not only lose the respect and cooperation from your subordinates, but also there will be lot of problems between you and your superiors. There can be displeasures, dishonors. Since it is the 10th house of government, during this particular time you need to be more ethical with respect to your work, your actions. Because don't forget, for the Gemini ascendant people, Saturn is your 8th lord and 9th lord also. So your ethics, your belief system, it should be proper, upright. So there can be conflicts between your belief system with respect to what your boss thinks, what your superiors thinks. There can be unnecessary quarrels. Saturn will be aspecting your 4th house and 7th house. 4th house your domestic life, 7th house your partnership, your close relations. Not particularly the relation between you and your wife or you and your husband. 7th house is relationship between any two people. So Saturn will be aspecting that. So all domestic matters and your personal relationships will come under the scrutiny. And your 10th house, that is the reason I say that Saturn's transit in the 10th house becomes the most important house. It is the most important transit. 4th house, 7th house and 10th house, Kendra houses. Just by one particular transit, the Kendra houses are under the clutch of Saturn. So you need to also maintain a balance between your work and your homely matters, and there will be responsibilities with respect to your homely matters also. All of a sudden it will ask your attention, it will ask your concentration. Any matter which was not given proper importance previously will come in front of you with respect to your homely matters. And with respect to your personal relationship, particularly if you are associated with any kind of partnership, it can be personal, it can be professional. Particularly I am talking about married relationship. You will see that now you need to take extra duties and responsibilities. There can be sudden demands by your partner. You need to meet them. You will be judged by your work. You will be judged by the actions you do with respect to your work, or it can be at the home matters also, domestic matters also. Mental unrest can be seen because Saturn will be aspecting your 12th house. So this is also a time when you need to work on your finances, otherwise there will be expenditures. So these are the things when, now you see, since Saturn is controlling the Kendra houses here, so if you are able to follow the responsibilities one by one, you will see, you will gain the trust of those people. Although at times you may feel overburdened, that why me? Why anything happens, you comes to me? Why anything happens, what happens? Means why don't you take the responsibility? This kind of feelings will come. And if you have Saturn in your 10th house, you will be able to connect with me. That's what I am saying. If you have that in your horoscope. those kind of things. You will feel that anything happens, people looks upon me. Why? Because they know that this is the person who will be able to take the responsibility, no one else. So don't get frightened. You get frightened, Saturn will increase the insecurities, because this is not a month's transit, it's a very long time to go. So be prepared. You take up the challenges, follow it with proper honesty. You will see it will improve your knowledge, your experiences. It will help you grow, develop, and it will also give you lot of name fame. Because after 10th house, when it enters your 11th house, you will reap the results, the fruits of whatever you have done. But suppose if you are lazy and you are giving up your responsibilities, you are not following the work properly, when it goes into the 11th house, Saturn will say, I am ready to give you the result, but what have you done? So that's it for the Gemini Ascendant people. For the Cancer Ascendant people, Saturn is entering your 9th house. Again, I will say it's a great relief, because previously Saturn was in the 8th house. Now it is leaving your 8th house, it is coming in the 9th house for the Cancer Ascendant people. Now, definitely it is going to improve your health, because in the 8th house, health recovery was delayed. It was creating health issues. Now the health recovery will be good. Any matter related to 8th house matters, which was creating problems in your life, all those matters will be now slowly it will get neutralized, it will get stable, which is a good thing. Now Saturn enters in your 9th house. Now 9th house is the house of dharma, law, ethics, belief system, higher spiritual knowledge. Now Saturn will try to make you more disciplined regarding all those things. It will make you more religious, it will make you more philosophical, it will make you interested in the subjects which are very deep in nature. You will get advancement psychologically, because now you are able to connect with the matters which are normally not discussed or seen by the people, or they may check it superficially. So suppose if you are a student and you are associated with any kind of work or any kind of subject, any kind of stream which requires lot of practice, which requires lot of studies, Saturn will help you in that. But suppose if you are someone who is not very interested in learning new things from life, then this transit of Saturn is very difficult for you, trust me. It will make the life hell, because here the mool mantra is learn, gain experiences. Because when you talk about optimism, ambition, aims in life, that is also 9th house. Because when you follow the aims in life, then we go into the 10th house and work on it. There will be long distance travels with respect to religious pursuits, spiritual journeys, and with respect to long distance higher education also. Long distance travels with respect to higher education also. You will be more committed towards your guru, you will be more committed towards your father. But Saturn being your 8th lord, going into the 9th house, there will be health issues with respect to your father. Take care regarding that. Sudden travels can be there, sudden movements can be there. It can be relocations also, transfers also. This transit of Saturn will also help you to neutralize your enemies, your rivalries, your competitors. But you need to also be very careful regarding your health, because Saturn will be aspecting your 6th house. Now 6th house is not chronic disease, 6th house is acute diseases, the any kind of illness which happens for like short amount of time, or it can be conflicts, small injuries and something like that. So if in your chart 9th house is afflicted or 9th lord is afflicted, then those events might get activated. So you need to be very careful with regards to your own chart and promises of the horoscope with respect to the 9th house. Since it is the house of law and Saturn is the planet of justice, Nyaya, it is the Nyaya Karta. So you should be careful with respect to your righteousness. You should be very righteous, very lawful, because in case you are in any kind of legal proceedings, there can be difficulties. There will be too much scrutiny. So if you are in any kind of actions or work which are not lawful, not ethical, then this transit of Saturn can create problems for you. So you should try your best to be more lawful, honest, truthful. At times you may feel that you are getting very difficult to connect with people because you are becoming very honest. And nowadays in this Kali Yuga, when we are becoming very honest and very truthful, normally we get into problems. Correct. But still I would say that is what Saturn wants to teach you. He wants to face you the challenge and understand the actual proceedings of life. Any new work you are thinking to start, or anything which you are good at, like suppose it can be creative talent, it can be any hobby, might get delayed. So repeated tries will be needed, repeated efforts will be needed. You try something, and suppose if you feel that the outcomes are not according to your will and wish and you leave it, then again it will be very difficult for you to restart. Saturn is aspecting your 3rd house. So do a proper study, research of the subject matter on which you want to start any kind of new projects, startup or something else, and then work on it. It will be delayed, but it will be successful. Gains, fulfillment of desires. I can see lot of efforts will be needed in order to make a stability with respect to earnings are concerned. Because previously when Saturn was in the 8th house, it was impacting your work by its 3rd aspect. So job life or business life was getting disrupted somehow. So now it says that okay, I will give you stability, but you have to make constant effort. So earnings, financial gains will require some time. So that's it for the Cancer Ascendant people. Make the most out of it. For the Leo Ascendant people, Saturn is transiting in your 8th house. Again, very important house, very sensitive house, 8th house. This transit of Saturn will actually allow you to identify the right people in your life. Sometimes, particularly now, this kind of events are particularly linked with Saturn, because Saturn gives us the true picture. It is such a friend who is very straightforward. It is a graha which will never manipulate you. It shows what you are, it shows what the environment is, it acts like a mirror. 8th house transit of Saturn is very sensitive. It is not considered very favorable. Sometimes what happens when a planet is transiting through any sensitive house, just like the 8th house, or suppose the transit is challenging, particularly with respect to Saturn, it brings forward certain events which normally you won't able to understand or know about it. So when you come to know about it, you will be like, oh my god, I never thought that this person had this kind of view about me. So suddenly you will try to introspect and you will say, Saturn transited in that house, and after 6 months or after 1 year I came to know about these events. Saturn completely changed my life. So whenever Saturn transits the 8th house, now here it is happening for the Leo ascendant people, you will be able to recognize your strength, your weakness, your resources, your financial strength, and also actual motive of people in and around you, particularly the close people. Any person who is very jealous or envious towards you, their true colors will come in front of you. So this is a time, don't trust anyone blindly. There can be a possibility that you might get a type of withdrawal from your close people with respect to anything related to finances or any kind of help or resources, any kind of possessions or finances which you manage with other people. Joint assets, collaborations, joint ventures, joint projects, any business where more than one partners are involved. So there is a possibility that you might get some kind of betrayal, or you might not get cooperation and help from those people, particularly where you and other peoples are directly linked with respect to money, resources, finances, connections, relationships. So you should count on yourself, you should count on your own strength, you should count on your own actions. There will be sudden displeasures from your superiors, from your authorities. Unnecessarily, you will see that you are doing your best, but they are not happy. You take one request in front of them that, sir, ma'am, I require this kind of help, and suddenly they will blow you off. So this is also time you need to be very careful regarding your health, because suppose by any chance you get sick and Saturn is transiting in the 8th house, it will take a lot of time for your recovery, or it may happen that every 15 days, every 1 month you are getting ill. Now since 8th house is also the house of marriage, married life, Mangalya Bhav, particularly the people who are married, you might also feel that you are not getting support from your partner, cooperation. There can be money related dispute between you and your partner or you and your family members. So this is not a right time to get into any kind of money related matters. Even if suppose if you feel that you are single, you are not into any kind of partnership, for you I will say, there will be close peoples to you, there will be any friend, relatives who are very close to you. Don't count on help of others. So that is also I will say that this is not a time to loan out money, take debts. Not a good time. You might be the center, or you might get into any kind of situation where it can lead to loss of fame. People will be judging you unnecessarily. So just focus on your finances, the strength, the resources which you have. Saturn here will also aspect your 10th house. So there can be change in position at your work, or change in employment also. Saturn will be aspecting your 5th house also. So you might also get anxious and worried regarding your children, regarding your decision making. There can be a lot of mental fog. Sometimes you will feel that I am not able to think clearly about certain matters. Delays in start of new work. That's how Saturn works in 8th house. So it will actually give you the ability to identify new people. By the end, Saturn, when you will see that when Saturn comes out of your 8th house, you will be able to identify, oh my god, this person, I thought this person was my best friend, but he or she is, they are jealous of me. Behind my back, they were instigating my insecurities. They were creating obstacles in my path. So how will you know? Saturn's 8th house transit will actually help you to understand that who are your close, real close peoples. And that is the reason I say that don't trust anyone blindly. Just count on your own strength. But again, at the same time, here Saturn says don't get frightened by your insecurities, otherwise it will be more difficult for you to counteract the challenges, because 8th house itself is the house of insecurity and fear, and Saturn also signifies weakness, fear, insecurities. So make sure that you don't get feared by the challenges. Take up the challenge positively, be truthful, be righteous, and only focus on your own strength, your creative strength. Okay, so that's it for the Leo ascendant people. For the Virgo ascendant people, Saturn is transiting in your 7th house. It is a 7th house is a Kendra house, and Saturn's transit here is very important for you, because 7th house becomes a very important pillar of our horoscope. Our close relationships, our partner, be it the personal, be it the professional partnership. It is one of the Maraka house, Maraka Sthan, 7th house. So at times you will see there are lot of conflicts, unnecessary things are erupting between you and your partner, you and your close people, close relationships. At times you will feel very overburdened by the demands of other people. You will feel that I am doing my best, still they are not happy, because Saturn is also the Karaka for unhappiness. And 7th house is 4th from the 4th house. 4th from the 4th house means also happiness. So that is the also reason that why transit of Saturn in the 7th house normally will bring forward the reason why someone becomes unhappy, particularly dealing with other people. Many times you will feel that you meet someone, you are very happy previously, but after you come back you are sad, and you question yourself that why did I went to that place, I go to that place to meet that person, I was very happy. You have to see that somehow either Saturn is impacting the 7th house, 7th lord in D1 or D9 chart of that person, or maybe during that particular time during the transit, somehow it happens, you will see. So you will see that during this particular time, particularly if you are in a married relationship or if you are in a normal relationship like couples, that one particular person, you will feel that I am doing my best, trying my best for my husband or wife, but somehow I am not getting the cooperation, somehow I am not getting the attention. So that's how it create problems. And suppose if you are single, you are not in a partnership, your close people, your close relationships, you will get judged by them every time, whatever work you do. At the work also, at the job, business, whatever work you are doing, there also you will feel that you are not getting the proper cooperation which normally you should get from your subordinates or from your co-workers. So this can also lead to change of place, change of position, transfer, long distance travels with respect to work. If you are self-employed, if you are doing any work which is whole and soul controlled by you, this transit of Saturn is going to give you very good results. Or any kind of work which is controlled by your own mindset, that you know that what is good for me, what is bad for me. In those kind of work, you are definitely going to get very good results. But yes, it will be a bit slow. It will take some time to grow. Health matters has to be taken care of very promptly, because Saturn is transiting in the Maraka Sthan, 7th house, and aspecting the 1st house. Also aspecting the 4th house, mental happiness, domestic happiness. It is aspecting the 9th house, father, ethics, law. So health of parents should be taken care of. You should follow proper ethics. Lawful activities will benefit you. Being more righteous, more truthful will benefit you. And follow your duties and responsibilities with respect to the people with which who are connected to you. And if you feel that yes, these are lawful things which needs to be done, even if it is increasing your burden, try to follow it. That's it for the Virgo ascendant people. For the Libra ascendant people, this is happening in the 6th house. This transit of Saturn is happening in the 6th house, and I would say it is a very good transit for the Libra ascendant people, because Saturn's transit in the 6th house is normally considered very good. It improves success. It brings success, fame at your work, stabilizes your work, your service, your job, brings stability. Also stabilizes your money, finances. Expenditures will be reduced. You will be able to meet the expectation of your superiors, of your authorities, and you will also get benefits and support from your subordinates and your co-workers. Here Saturn will be helping you to curb down your enemies, your rivalries, your competitions. And since Saturn happens to be your 5th lord, transiting in the 6th house, you will be able to clearly use your creative talent, your focus more into your hard work, because 6th house is hard work. Now why it is good? Because we need opportunity, we even need opportunity to do the hard work. Only because if I say do the hard work, it does not make sense, because everyone is doing their work in their own way. But somehow something makes the change, somehow something is different, that why someone is superior, why someone is becoming the best, because somehow you need to also get the opportunity to do the right work at right place at right time. That's what Saturn will give you in this 6th house transit. It is your 5th lord, where it comes with smartness, intelligence, and 6th house is regularity, hard work in regular sense. So you will see that challenges are coming and you are meeting the challenges. Competition is coming, you are meeting the competition. So it is just like going up the ladder. So after 6 months or after 1 year, when you see back, you look back, you see that okay, 1 year back and now there is a huge change, and I am somehow improving in my work. You will see that you are going to get proper recognition at your work. You will be getting appreciation from your superiors, and a time will come when you will feel that yes, I am getting satisfied by my work. Now since it is transiting in the 6th house, also the house of service, aspecting the 12th house, so I would say that doing some charities, particularly to the people who are unprivileged, the people who needs your help, who needs your focus and concentration, the people who are unable to help themselves, doing some donations, doing some charity, particularly the old people, help them. This is also a very good remedy for this transit, and it is a demand of Saturn. Social service, any kind of NGO, or donation in some hospital or asylum, or the people who are not in a situation where they can be really helping them out. It can be any situation where the people are unprivileged. Help them in your own way. Doing charities and that kind of donations will be not only beneficial with respect to this transit, but also you will see that you are somehow fulfilling the aspect of 6th house. So this way this transit is going to benefit you. Only one thing, since 6th house is also the house of diseases and illness, when you do regular hard work and when you feel that yes, my hard work is paying me back in a good manner, so more you are interested to do the hard work, your continuous work. That continuous hard work can actually lead to health issues. Take care of your health also in that regards. Now 6th house is also the house of accidents, injuries. So particularly when you are driving or you are moving someplace, don't hurry, take some time. Okay, so in that regards it is going to give you benefit results. So that's it for the Libra ascendant people. For the Scorpio ascendant people, Saturn is entering your 5th house. 5th house is our mentality, our deep thoughts, deep emotions, anything which we like the most, anything which gives us pleasure, joy, anything which help us connect naturally, instinctively by birth. And what is Saturn? Saturn is depth, Saturn is research, anything which requires practicality, maturity. That element, that energies are coming in the 5th house. So now you will become more concerned about the things which requires practical thoughts, maturity, research oriented thinking. So now you will be more focused regarding which things are good for me and which are not good for me. So it will allow you to learn from your mistakes. So once you do any mistake, you will learn from it. So it will make you a very straightforward person, but at the same time very disciplined. So you will not allow anything indisciplined in your life by other people, because if that happens there will be quarrels, there will be indifferences, direct indifferences. Why? Because 5th house is also the house of our self expression. So your expression will be in that regard. Now since Saturn is also a planet which is separative in nature, Saturn is very cold. Saturn doesn't like that public image in a big manner. It has its own vibrations. It likes its own company. It likes isolation. That is the reason cold places, isolated places are significant by Saturn. So it will also make you feel that okay, I don't need to involve in each and every matter. It will make you at times feel very introverted, conservative, and you will like that thing. You will feel that okay, now I need to conserve my energy. So you will become very tactful regarding what you express in front of others. So you will become very tactful in regards to make sure that who needs to be in your close circle or not. Picking up friends, you will become, all of a sudden you will become very choosy. Now 5th house is also children, so you might also get very anxious regarding the behavior of your children, because at times you will become you are so disciplined, it will make you that practical that small mistakes can irritate you. So I would say that one thing, that don't be too much harsh on your children, particularly if you are associated with any kind of work where you need to deal with many people, multiple people. Now multiple people means they will have different kind of nature, they will have different kind of behavior. Many things you may like, many things you may not like. Now since Saturn's nature will make you very practical, very mature and very straightforward, it may also create quarrels between you and the fellow people with whom you are connected. So try to understand them, because if you get into quarrels with everyone, even if you are correct, but if you are always rectifying everyone, you should not do this, you should not do that. So a time will come when people will avoid you. They will feel that, oh my god, again he has come. They will avoid you. Correct. So you need to be very diplomatic at times. You have to understand the emotions carried out by other people also, and bring that problem solving nature within you, and then deal with them. It will be difficult at times. It is not going to be easy. It is somehow it is difficult, but yes, you will be able to do it, because Pisces is a very compassionate sign. Use the energy of Pisces. Correct. For the Sagittarius ascendant people, Saturn is entering your 4th house. Again, it is a very sensitive point, because 4th house is the house of happiness, your domestic happiness, your domestic environment, your peace of mind, the place where you feel secured. That is your 4th house. And Saturn is a planet which signifies somehow some kind of anxiety, sadness, responsibility, work, action, and it is coming in the 4th house. That is the planet of work, the planet of karma is coming into the house of rest. So this is a conflict. Correct. So you will see at your home, at your domestic place, all of a sudden some responsibilities, some duties are coming in front of you. Anything which can be like which was previously not handled properly, all of a sudden it is asking your attention, that take care of it. It can be personal relationships also, because 4th house is your domestic environment. That means the people with whom you live, the people who are very close to you, the people whom you feel that if they are in front of me, I am happy. So between you and them, between you and the people with whom you live in, and your homely environment, in that regards, Saturn's transit, Saturn will bring out any kind of events which was not resolved previously. Now it will come in front of you, because Saturn believes in depth. It does not give results superficially. It will try to mend the things right from beneath. Saturn is your 3rd lord and 2nd lord, coming in the 4th house. So that means there can be change in place, change in residence, relocation with respect to your work, because Saturn is aspecting your 10th house of work. Change of position. There can be a possibility of buying or selling of properties and having gains through it. Some kind of conflicts between you and your family members, close relations, quarrels, anything which you don't like, all of a sudden it happens and you are like losing your mind, and it is making you feel very disturbed that what should I do now. Now why I say here this mental happiness part, because when you are disturbed mentally, it will impact your physical health also, because Saturn is aspecting your 6th house and 1st house. 6th house is illness, 1st house is physical body, health. So first you need to work on your 4th house matters, home, mental peace and all. Health of your mother, take care of it. Then slowly and gradually you will see that the matters are getting dissolved, and it will finally give you the relief. And then you can think about your own health, your own decision making. It is aspecting your 10th house, so you will see that at times you are not getting cooperation from the superiors, because 4th house, where it is transiting, Saturn is transiting in the 4th house. 4th house is just opposite to the 10th house, opposition. So you might get some kind of opposition from your superiors with respect to your work. Any negative factor, it can be any kind of dispute, quarrel or anything, any negative factor can be an obstacle for your success. Means you may suddenly feel that everything was fine, suddenly something happened, and now the project is getting delayed, or my promotion is getting delayed, or the project was suddenly taken away from me and given to someone else. Why? Because some unexpected thing happened. So resolve all those things, and then slowly and gradually you will see the results are coming in your favor. So that's it for the Sagittarius ascendant people. For the Capricorn ascendant people, Saturn is transiting in the 3rd house. 3rd house transit of Saturn is normally considered very good. 3rd house is the house of efforts, our courage, our bravery, taking actions. And Saturn is the planet of karma. Planet of karma, karma karak graha, coming into the house of efforts. So now it is the time to start your work. It is just like give a push into your actions. Bring a stability in your work. So all of a sudden you will see, whenever, because it is seen that whenever Saturn comes into the 3rd house, there can be change of position, there can be change of place with respect to work, even change in work. Change in means the type of work also, for the good, because Saturn will bring that positive changes. Suppose if you are thinking to start anything new, anything to work upon on yourself, you just wanted some positive changes, this is the positive change. Any hobby, any creative talent you have, or any project you are working on your own, you are thinking that okay, let me give it a thought. Now those thoughts will be converted into actions now. Now since Saturn is a slow planet, the benefit here is that you will be able to learn from your mistakes. Because when you are starting any new kind of work, there will be mistakes, there will be challenges, there will be failures. Correct? And that's how the good thing starts, because it is never that you do a work and you don't get any kind of difficulties. Never, it doesn't happen like that. Because if it happens, then you will never learn from it. If you want to be more successful with respect to your perfection in any kind of work, you require to know the hardships, you require to know the weakness, the loopholes, and then only you will be able to mend it. Here Saturn has come to give you those kind of talents, techniques, to bring out the creative talent within you. Now since Saturn is also a planet which essentially is a very cold planet, it is not a planet which is which likes the public life too much. And Saturn and coming in the 3rd house. Now 3rd house is also the house of communicative skills, the very close relationships, or the people with whom you meet in your day-to-day life. It can be neighborhood, it can be siblings, particularly younger siblings, your friends, or anyone in your day-to-day life. The moment Saturn comes into the 3rd house, all of a sudden you will feel that you need to focus on other parts of your life which requires your concern, and somehow you will get withdrawn. You will see that some kind of withdrawal between you and those people, the people in your daily contacts. So now you will meet your friends less often. Now you will connect with your siblings less often, because you are working something else. It will bring out that introvert nature, the conservative nature within you, but for the good. At the communication level also, you will see that now you are not communicating with everyone. No, you will know that who are the people with whom you can share that practical deep thoughts, mature thoughts, not with everyone. Saturn is in the third house, it is aspecting your ninth house also. So make sure that whatever you share with others, it should have a proper meaning backed by logic. It should not be anything, it should not be a very tactless thing. Otherwise, this will lead to some kind of problems for you, because third house is also the house of communication. So it will spread that that person said something. So this kind of nature and changes, this kind of behavioral changes will also come within you by the grace of Saturn, that what to convey, what not to convey. It will also strengthen, and it will also bring some kind of challenges in front of you with respect to your belief system. So it will also build your belief system. It will bring some confrontations in front of you. And since it is aspecting the ninth house, father, so I will say that take care regarding the health of your father. With respect to your efforts and actions, it is particularly going to give you very good results, because Saturn is your Lagna Lord. And if you are associated with any kind of work where you need to move a lot, any kind of work where it requires movement and all, improvement of gains, money with respect to those kind of work is seen, because Saturn is also your second lord. Short travels are seen, gains from short travels are seen. Okay, so in that regard, this transit of Saturn is going to give you very good results. For the Aquarius ascendant people, it is happening in the second house. Saturn is your first lord, it is also your 12th lord. So this is a time to make yourself more financially sound. Accumulate your resources, judge your resources, judge your financial strength, and work on it. Because here Saturn wants you to be self-sufficient. Don't engage in any money related matters with others, particularly during this transit of Saturn. Just follow your own strength, count on your own experience, count on your own actions, your own abilities with respect to money, finances. This transit of Saturn in the second house will give you better results with respect to psychological advancements, spiritual advancements, metaphysical studies, philosophy. Moral and ethical values will be more strong. Your belief system will become more strong. Now that can also lead to conflicts or quarrels between you and your family members. Because second house is the gains of the first house, correct? The immediate gains of the first house. See, 11th house is gains what you get from the work you do. Second house from any house is the gains of that house. So when the ascendant lord Saturn coming into the second house, it means now you are like, these are my possessions, these are my resources, and I have to take care of it. So for that I need to be more careful, for that I need to be in that designation, in that post. So it will be making you concerned about your abilities, your power, your resources, your ethics, your morality. And that can lead to some kind of, sometimes, because sometimes when we are very concerned about the things which belongs to us, it can lead to quarrels between others, correct? Sometimes, particularly if it is the planet Saturn. So I can see conflicts or quarrels between you and the family members on certain matters. Some kind of insecurities and fear will be brought to you by the so-called close peoples in your life, and you will be able to identify that by the grace of Saturn. But again, at the same time, I will say too much materialistic thinking is also not correct, because Saturn doesn't like that. Just follow your work, follow your karma, and Saturn will make sure that okay, you get proper gains in your life, because Saturn is aspecting your 11th house of gains also by its 10th aspect. So suppose if by any chance if you are associated with any kind of work related to mining, iron and steel industry, machineries, hardware, landed properties, agriculture, it is going to give you very good results. In those aspects, spiritual advancements, as I said, spiritual studies are also going to give you very good results during this particular time. There can be a situation where you may feel to stay away from the native place or the people, means from the like close peoples or family, because you may feel the situations are turning as such that I feel I need to stay away. You will crave for isolation, you will crave for solitude during this particular time. So that's it for the Aquarius ascendant people. For the Pisces ascendant people, Saturn is transiting your first house, ascendant. So it's the most important transit for you. Forget about the 6 planetary transits, that conjunction, forget about that. Only think about this Saturn. It is the most important transit for you. It is going to bring lot of responsibilities, duties, accomplishments in your life. Whatever you want to do in your life, any kind of decisions, aims, objectives, following your ideals, accomplishments, everything. Saturn's transit in the first house will look into all of this. Health, your bonding with other people, everything will be looked upon by Saturn. So the most important thing is that don't take up any long projects or the projects or any kind of work which will take huge amount of time to complete. Don't take that, because it will get delayed multiple times, maybe indefinitely, and it will actually make you feel that oh my god, did I make some wrong decisions. So it will make you lose your interest in your work. Rather, if you feel that okay, some big project is there, some work has it will take long amount of time, why not you break the long project into short task and just follow that particular task until and unless that work is finished. Don't jump into the other. So this also indicates that during this particular time, multitasking is not a good option for you. In fact, here Saturn says that I don't like shortcuts. Complete one work properly, then jump into other. So here Saturn also will allow you to think about discipline and punctuality in day-to-day life, not about the big things. In day-to-day life, it can be a very simple thing. Be very punctual, be very disciplined. That's what Saturn asks for you. So that means, suppose you are expected to do five work at the same time, and if you start all the 5 work at the same time, you will see nothing is getting completed. Only what will happen, it will increase your mental anxiety. restlessness, because Saturn is also your 12th lord transiting in the first house. So at the subconscious level there will be restlessness. Rather, what you should do, start one work, complete it, make proper time management, because Samay, Kal is also Saturn. Saturn is Kal, time personified. So make proper time management, work on it, then jump onto the next task. During this particular time, you will also hear from other people, even from the people who has nothing to do with you. Even they will judge you. Oh, this person is very lazy, this person is very lethargic. I don't know whether he or she will be able to do anything in his or her life or not. I don't know. I'm not sure. And you will be like, who are you to judge me? One person is saying that, 2% is saying that. When 20% says the same thing, insecurities somehow comes within us, correct? But that doesn't mean that you are not doing. That doesn't mean that you are a failure. That doesn't mean that you are not capable of completing the work. Because those people are not understanding what kind of circumstances you are going through. So I would say one thing, whatever other people says, you don't need to listen each and everything. You don't need to give heed to each and every opinions, advices, because all advices are not good for you. You cannot make everyone happy. Now when I say everyone, means 7th house, and Saturn is the Karaka for displeasure, and it is looking onto the 7th house. So people will be they will go through displeasure. They may also find displeasure by your presence, but that doesn't mean that you don't need to go to a place. You need to go to a place. You need your presence over there. You don't need to give importance to each and everything. You just follow your work. But if suppose you get moved, you get influenced by what other people are saying, or suppose you get influenced by the huge responsibilities and duties coming on your shoulder, and somehow you just leave the work, somehow you find an excuse, okay, when the good times will come, I will do it. Trust me, you are gone. You are gone. Then that will be a very grave mistake on your part. Because first house, Saturn is transiting. In the first house, Saturn loses the directional strength. Once you get frightened and you get influenced by that challenge, and you are very insecure and fearful, never again you will be able to start that work and complete it. And then people will not judge you. They will give simple statement, oh, he is or she is blah blah blah. The people who has Saturn in first house, or the people who has Saturn sitting with first lord in D1 or D9, they will be able to understand what I am saying. Since Saturn is aspecting your 7th house, your very close relationships, the people who are very closely interrelated with you, not particularly partner, close relationships, you will see you will feel very difficult even to connect with them on certain matters. And suppose if you are connected, means associated in marital relationship, then duties and responsibilities towards your partner will even more increased, and this also indicates illness or sickness of the partner, Saturn's aspect. At the work life also, because Saturn is aspecting your 10th house, so punctuality and discipline, regularity at your work is highly needed, because 10th house is also fame. If you are able to take the responsibilities properly and follow it day by day, a time will come when people will recognize your work. Because Saturn's transit is for 2.5 years, correct? A time will come when people will recognize your work and people will feel that yes, amidst so much problems, this person was stand still, following his challenges, getting successful. So this is the actual mantra of Saturn's transit in the first house for the Pisces ascendant people. And don't fear to take challenges. Saturn is aspecting your third house also. Efforts, bravery. Okay. So that's it for the Pisces ascendant people. Make the most out of it. I hope you have liked this video. If you have liked this video, press the like button, share it to your near and dear ones. And if you are new to this channel, tap onto the subscribe button, click onto the notification bell icon so that every time I make a new content, you get notified instantly. And if you are want a consultation from me, check the links down in the description section. You can mail me through my email ID or get connected with me through my Facebook or Instagram accounts. Your comments are always welcome to me, but make sure that you comment a responsible thing. Your queries are also welcome to me. I will look into those things and I will try to reply to it. So that's it from my side from today. Next time when I come back, I will be coming back with some another interesting content. So I'm signing over today, thanking you. Bye bye.